You can't speak truth to what you want to speak truth to. Because we got a lot of young men that are dying of starvation right in our district. But nobody's marching about the young man that sleeps under the corner. Nobody's marching for the young man that's getting raped and molested. Nobody's talking about those that are getting incarcerated unjustly. How do we have all of these black churches? And we got all these homeless people sleeping outside our church? Because we don't care. We only care when cameras are around. And everybody's mad. Can we speak truth to power? Everybody's mad because Nancy Grace said the word nigger. When the reality is we call each other nigger every day. And you ain't mad at Walmart for selling CDs talking about nigger kill this nigga, nigger kill that nigga. Yes, I said it. You talk about it every day. Injustice one place is injustice everywhere. Take Paula Deen out. Take Jay-Z out. Take Beyonce out. Take them all out. Because you can't have one level of truth and not have another level of truth. It gotta be all the way across the board. I'm not just marching for Trayvon. I'm marching for my children. I'm marching for my children's children. It's time for us just to not have church and make an impact. He says, I want you to do something. Because if you listen to the strategies, you will fill yourself with hatred, because they will tell you that all whites are racist and all blacks are racist. Well, I know some good white people. I know some good black people. And the reality is, yes, there is racial inequality, but the also reality is God can use whomever he wants to. If a black man won't give me favor, God will raise up a white man. But the reality is we racist against each other. We don't even support our own black business owners. We don't even support our own entrepreneurs. So you can't tell me about everybody else when you don't even support your own race. What he says is, if you're going to speak truth, you got to speak it all the way across. God is not concerned about how much conferences we have. God is not concerned about how big our cathedrals are. All of this stuff feeds our ego, but it doesn't even glorify God. I don't even know if God is smiling at half of our churches, because we're not making a difference to the people who really need our voice. So we're stuck. And he says, well, what I want you to do is I want you to speak truth. But he says, just don't speak truth. I want you to also put on the helmet of salvation. Because you're sitting in favor, not from a black church. This facility belonged to a Korean. Because God is bigger than the color of skin. God touched the Korean man's heart and he said, wow, wow, wow. And he allowed us to move into this facility because he believed in a young black preacher. He didn't look at the color of my skin. He didn't say, because you're black, I'm not going to sell it to you. He said, I want to help you because you're black. So don't let the media trick you into believing that everybody's a racist, because God can use whosoever he wants to help you on the road to destiny. He says, put on the helmet of salvation, because there's some stuff you're going to hear that in my carnality I may want to respond. But I need to let the love of God fill my heart. I can't let hate come into my heart, because he blesses me because of the condition of my heart. Yes, he does. He honors me because of the condition of my heart, the posture of my heart. So I'm not going to let a trial ruin God bless me in my heart. I'm going to let God be God. God knows how to reward. God, if you read the scripture, when Cain killed Abel, if he was guilty when Cain killed Abel, God didn't kill Cain. God let him walk around with a mark. If you want to talk about injustice, let's talk about overcharging folk. Because if you want to argue anything, we're arguing about, is it second degree or is it manslaughter? But it was overcharged because they want to charge a lot of us minorities overly charged who don't have the representation to get us off. That's injustice. If I want you to go to jail, I need to charge you for what you did. But everybody's focusing on things that have nothing to do. Where are the loving Christians that say, I may not agree with you, but my heart's commitment is to lift you before God? Some of us won't even give Mr. Zimmerman the gospel if he had the chance. We're filled with so much hatred that I'd rather see you burn in hell. When the last time I checked my story, last time I checked my scripture, that all sin is sin. Last time I checked my scripture, last time I checked, that the liar is just justifiable to go to hell as a whoremonger. And if the blood can cover your sin, then surely it can cover George Zimmerman too. If the blood can cover your sin